Hello viewer, it's that wonderful time that we come together in this living room to talk about family matters. Our topic today is honesty. Can you handle it? Can you really handle honesty? Honesty to me is saying it plainly, saying it in black and white. Is it possible between spouses? Welcome to Family Times, and as always we have this beautiful couple, Richard and Tabitha. Welcome to the show, and please just say hi to our viewer.
Hi viewer, I'm always happy to be in your living room. My name is Tabitha Ouma, and with me is my husband, Richard Ouma.
Very true. Giving me a thumbs up, come on. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very
much. Next to Tabitha is my wife Linda. Yes, the ever smiling lady. Please say hi to our viewer and welcome them to our living room.
Hi viewer, thanks again for joining us and finding time to sit at your couch and watch and listen from us, and as God also speaks to you. Welcome once again, and may God bless you abundantly.
Yeah, today we are discussing this topic about honesty, and obviously I know you have your share of honesty and what it means. But now we want to try and figure out whether we can handle total honesty, or is there anything that goes with total honesty? Guys, honestly, we need to talk about this.
Yeah, honestly, we must talk about honesty.
I thought you were going to say, truth be told, honestly.
Go ahead, tell us the truth.
It's a tough thing. Can we really handle it? It depends with the situation. It depends on...
with the person?
Of course, with Richard. It depends on what we are handling. It really actually depends on what we're handling. That's what I can say.
It depends. So honesty is circumstantial. You can be honest in some points.
Probably I've known you for some time, so I know how you handle some issues. So my honesty will depend with how you react.
So you're choosy.
Or how I know you,
you would be choosy, therefore, in your honesty. You want to think, here I can't be honest. In other words, you're a liar. But here...
Not probably lying, just give it another name. Like...
Withholding truth.
Yeah, not withholding truth, like...
What's that?
Trying to... You don't want to hurt the other person, okay? So you try to package your words well. Or at times, if it's that big, I choose to simply...
Set yourself
free.
Be honest and set yourself free.
Yeah, the Bible says, they shall know the truth and the truth shall set them free. But that again now begs the question.
Yes.
Between truth, what is the difference or similarity between truth and honesty?
I don't think they're different. I don't know what is the dictionary definition of the two, but I think that honesty and truth just about the same thing to me. That's my thinking.
I think they're similar. Yeah.
So there are moments therefore where you can hold the truth. In other words, not being honest.
You can hold the truth.
You can, yes. And then what, as a Christian, what then would that mean?
For instance, let me give you a scenario. Here we are, and I have cooked some food, and it doesn't taste so nice or so well, or maybe I put a lot of salt, and I ask you, hey, how is the food? And you'll be like, it tastes good. Probably because you do not want to hurt my feelings.
Yeah, so my fear is the hurting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most of the times we avoid being honest because we think we'll be hurting the other person.
But in reality, it wouldn't be hurting.
In reality is,
They're just thinking.
Linda said something that she's known me for a long time, and she knows how I react to certain statements. And therefore, at that point, that circumstance where now she's supposed to deliver some honesty,
Yes.
but she hoards
Yes.
honesty.
Holding.
Dave,
Yeah.
at that point,
Holding is not a good word. Yeah.
at that point, where Tabitha knows that if she becomes very honest with me, with whatever she's holding back, my reaction may not be very pleasing. I may start hurting. If she's very honest in the first place, she wouldn't do it.
No, it's not even a matter. It doesn't have to be like I have done
the
it.
example of
Cook the food.
she has prepared
Okay, that is
food,
an
yeah.
example of the food. Or maybe something has happened and maybe I need to talk to you about it, to just let you know. You know what? You just figure out, let me let him cool down probably after 2 days. When I tell him this happened, then you know the way he would have reacted then compared to when I'm telling him that scenario.
But some people still
My
react the same.
contention stays the same. If you are doing something which you know, you very well know that will make me react in that manner, which will be hurting to me or to us both, then don't do it. Be honest to yourself and don't do
What
it.
if it happens
Be
accidentally?
truthful and know Richard will not accept this thing.
And
So I shouldn't do it.
Yeah, it's
if it's
because-
accidental,
Yeah.
I know you get a courage to come and tell me, oh, this thing happened to me
Right.
accidentally.
Yeah.
You're being honest and truthful.
So in this case, Richard, how would you react if the food is not, you
Has a
know,
lot of salt. Salt, yeah.
there's a lot of salt in the food. It's like she cooked salt and added food.
Yes. I'll be honest, this food is too salty. It's not good enough. Next time, do better than this.
So does it mean?
Does it hurt?
It depends on your tone.
Yeah.
Oh,
True.
so we're
And with
going,
the facial
okay.
expression,
Okay.
how you're doing it.
She's adding more salt to your food. You know,
I think we are only
what
being,
you say and what you express
Yes.
can be two different things.
No, it's true.
yeah, it's true. It can be two different things. But which one is honest?
And even as we are still struggling with honesty,
Yes.
there's also another word coming in.
Yes.
Flattery.
Yes.
Yes.
Saying what you don't mean it, right? Saying it and you don't mean it.
Yeah.
Lying.
Or
That's really
basically
it.
it's just lying, but
Yes.
In a good way.
given another good name. Yes. I love your hair, and at your back, and I'm like, that hair looks bad.
Yeah.
Ama, you've cut on weight and yet you're still...
I know.
You know, there are practices which may put us in that place where we are not very honest. You know this is going to hurt. And you have done it and you think that is very good to me. If I go the quiet way, because I don't want it to hurt, I'm not being truthful. If I tell you that, well, I don't like your hair, darling, you can do better than this next time. I'm being just truthful. I don't like it. Why should it be an issue? Being honest means to me being honest, and that's it. That's a place.
Okay.
It may hurt, but it is true.
Will hurt.
It will hurt, but it is true. It's right from the bottom of my heart. I'm being very truthful. I'm
Okay.
telling you as it is, and that makes me feel the other way. Consider the fact that because it doesn't please me, I'm telling you this one, so that you may make it better. That is the truth.
And what happens,
That's being
Richard?
honest.
Richard, what happens to... Maybe people have different temperaments.
Yeah?
There are some who can handle it,
Yes.
and there are some who can't. So how do you help this person who can't handle, like, the plain truth?
And that is, of course, this is, you know, we're talking about marriage, eh?
Yeah.
So it's definitely your
Their
spouse,
spouse,
yeah.
You see, if you can't be honest, then you're a liar. You're cheating. How can you therefore justify this marriage as being, you know, running or being moved on truths?
Well, Richard,
Lying is wrong.
I don't subscribe to your school of thought
Yeah?
that if I'm not honest, then I'm lying. I've not gone there yet, because lying is according to my definition, lying to me would be giving a false information.
Right.
Yes.
Yes,
And this is what it is.
but now
Your hair is... you asked me a question.
yes.
darling, do you like my hair? And I'm just being truthful. I'm saying I don't like it. It's ugly. You can do better.
The tone itself, you know.
It just doesn't change the fact that it's the truth.
What
It's
if I
honest.
say, I don't know. I don't know. Help me out.
Good.
What I wanted to ask Richard is,
Yes.
you have your spouse, eh?
Mm.
People have different temperaments.
Yes.
How do you handle that person who maybe you're going to really hurt by the words that you say? Fine, it's honesty, but
And
how-
again, still on the same, you are likely not to like so many things about this spouse. So your answer will be a brutal no, a brutal honesty, if there is a word like that.
You know,
Constantly, and it hurts. You said it, it hurts.
you see, for me, the truth cannot hurt. While we can say it does hurt because it makes you feel down, it takes away your joy after an effort that you have made. But it is the truth. Let's assume I've told you that and you're hurting, and somebody else tells you the same, that, oh, this one is no good. That will not hurt. Is it a lie? It's the truth. It's not good enough, and somebody says it's not good enough. Why do you want to hurt? Change it and make it better.
Better, easier said than.
I know, Dan.
Okay, but it's the truth. It's the honesty. It's honesty.
Let me give an example. In our house, in our marriage, there's this one person who is very poor in terms of finances, right?
Yes.
But he doesn't know that he's poor in finances. But now, the lady here is trying to be honest, or rather, wants to package this in a way that won't hurt this person who doesn't know that he has a problem.
Yes.
The food she prepared to her was the best. And maybe her taste buds have a problem. She's not very sure about the salt. Yes, now how do we handle this guy who is poor in financial management? Do you just tell them, you know, you're very poor in your finances, you need to change?
You're not going to be helping that person. Yeah, because once, for example, Linda has, let me just use the example just you gave. Once Linda has noticed that Dave is not good at this, and Linda is good at that, she'll walk with you through the journey. Like, okay, fine, this is how much we're getting every end of the month. This is supposed to be our tithe. This is supposed to be our, you know, so that next time, if you're the one who is handling finances, you'll know that when you get your money or whatever, your tithe should be fast, and you know. So, and it's not like a one-time thing. Yeah, it is just like, it's a process. And if you're patient, if Linda is patient with you, believe you me, you'll end up being better than Linda. Yeah, that is how people grow. But when you point fingers, you know, most of the times it's because
honestly.
yes, because now you feel you're better off than that person. You know, you feel, hey, you know what? You can't put these oranges here because of 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that is not. You're not. You know, you are not babies, right? We are all adults in sound mind. The best thing, hey, you know what? Having these oranges here does not help because of 1, 2, 3, 4. I might return the oranges again. Really? You do not give up, because this is one person you're living with forever. Next time, probably you can remove them while I'm seeing.
So in this case, you're saying, for example, it comes to expenditure, how you expend the monies, and I tell you, darling, the way you have used the money this time is not good, or it's good, but it's not good enough.
Right.
In other words, what am I telling you? I'm telling you that you haven't expended the money right and well.
You package your words.
So the packaging
The way-
is,
yeah, the
Exactly.
way you package your
is
words.
the issue.
Right.
Let's not talk about honesty then. Let's talk about the packaging. Because if we are to be honest, and
Being
the God we
honest
worship
does
is
not mean you have to be
truthful.
stern.
It's not
and you
about
see-
being stern.
Yeah.
And you see,
It's
that
about-
is why our topic is honesty. Honesty.
Yes.
Can you handle it?
Can you handle
So then if you're not able to handle it, let's
Yes.
package it.
Yeah, because at the end of the day,
Where you can't handle it, you have a problem. Change.
No, package it.
No, the one who is not honest should change.
How? You see, I gave an
shouldn't
example.
change
I
how
don't know.
you know.
Maybe it has not dawned on me that I have this
No, wait.
poor finance management. Maybe I'm philanthropic in some way.
Ask
But
me
you
so
need
that I
to
tell
do
you.
it in
And
a-
you
in a-
see,
in a best
I
way.
also expect you to be very honest with me. It's not that I'm being honest and I'm the only one
No,
who
he
is ever
doesn't know.
honest.
He's giving a
Be
scenario where
honest
he
with me.
doesn't know that he's not that good. How do you do it?
You learn.
that's the example that I gave, right?
Yeah,
The entire of that conversation.
Yes.
So,
And the correction is what it is.
So
This
how
is
do
the
you
truth.
learn? How do you learn in this
Come at a good time.
toxic environment?
I know,
where
right?
You're
No.
told this is wrong. How do you learn in such a toxic environment?
That is how people learn. Better when the situation is like
But
that.
Richard, I think
Listen,
you need
let
to
me just say
package,
this. Let me say this. There are things that you can quote, but there are things which should be straight, especially when very straight, especially when it involves marriages. Let it be very truthful. You may fear that this one now is going to break my marriage. No, truth cannot break a marriage. A lie will break a marriage. Truth will be acceptable if it's very painful for now, but it's the truth, it's honest. You will learn to live with it. You will learn better that way. That's my position.
Okay.
Yes.
A very hard position indeed. Yes.
Hard,
Linda?
but can be done.
I still believe that, fine, there's honesty, but there's a way you can package it
Okay.
so that you can be able to deliver the same message to that person.
Okay.
Yeah.
You are helping someone. Yes.
Give me an example.
You're working together. I've given the example of finances. I'm poor in finances, but I don't know.
You're being honest with yourself.
No,
You are honest, first of all.
I don't know. I don't know where the money is going to.
Yes. And
Yes.
you're honest with that.
No, I haven't even mentioned it.
Okay.
This is the situation.
Okay.
I receive money, but somehow our projects and everything that we'd want to do don't just happen because I don't know where the money goes to. Then my lady here tells me, you see, darling, we need to plan. We need to sit down,
Very good.
do this together.
I don't think I was different from you.
But now,
Yes.
the other way is that, assuming now you're talking to me and you're telling me, you need to, you are so poor in your financial management. I mean, that is honesty, right?
Being honest, yeah.
But how am I going to pick it? How am I going to react?
Are we doing it in love, or are we just...
Not even in
say
love.
it?
Are we making a case worse, or we are trying to resolve something? And that is why we are saying honesty. Can you handle it? Yeah.
It can be handled.
and there's so many
Still,
scenarios, even, like, apart from food, even just having guests in the house, there are people who behave a certain way when guests come. How do you handle such situation? Yeah, of course, yeah. Or, just the different normal everyday things that happen in the house. Or just the idea of, for example, let me use an example of, as women, right? I have added weight, or maybe as a man, he's doing, what do you guys do that is crazy and we want to talk about?
Socks.
Socks. Okay.
Oh, socks, poor socks. Yeah. Like, for instance, if he throws his socks aimlessly, how am I going to talk to him Yes, it's annoying that the socks are thrown carelessly on the floor. But do I just, you know, be honest and just yell at him and tell him, these socks I do not, these socks, it's not a very good idea to have the socks.
We are talking about socks every day, and are you not even using your brains?
Right, so I'm not solving anything.
I think
and the moment you don't talk about the socks on the
Yes.
floor, you'll get them in the sufuria. Yes, Richard?
Oh my goodness.
I think we are talking from the assumption that honesty must be shouted, must be pushed, must all be that. That's not true. Because that's why we're saying you want to justify the fact that there is a way that it should be said, you know. That is okay. That can be all right. But honesty is what it is. It's just honest. This is bad, this is bad.
So if I...
Now, if there is anything that we need to learn now, you now put me down and say, honey, why do you say this is bad? For me, this is okay. Then we can talk about the rest of the things.
If there's a situation that is privately done, let's assume there is some infidelity. Can we really handle it if, for instance, I am cheating and Richard gets to find out? How honest am I going to be with him and tell him?
Or even before he finds out.
Or before he
know
finds
anything,
yes.
you know it yourself.
Exactly.
And
Situations are tough. Yes. Just me telling him, hey, you know what? I have cheated on you.
In fact, telling Richard right now where he is and the position is taken about this discussion.
Yes.
Do you think he can handle it?
He's here, I can answer.
I would handle it.
How?
I would handle it. Tell me. Give me the whole history about it. Let me know what is this thing that you are doing that I didn't know.
Okay,
Just be open.
that is me now telling him, and how about if you find out? Then I expect, okay, who's
Tell me
supposed to be honest
truthfully.
at that time?
Because once I ask you, because I've known it,
Yeah.
I've just found out.
Yes.
You haven't known that I've found out.
Yes, so
I'm
you-
coming to ask you.
Right.
I'm telling you, honey, I've found out that you're doing this, that, and that.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you realize the tone is now?
You know,
Yeah.
because I'm communicating to my wife.
Thank you.
And that's why I'm saying
Yes.
that the assumption here is that when you want to be honest, you expect to be shouting. There is nothing like that. That is a different matter. Honestly simply means the truth to me. And the truth may be hurting, but it is the truth.
But I believe there's a way you can. Okay, it's the truth, but there's a way you can choose your words so that you don't hurt the other person so bad.
You may ask me, supposing you are very honest and you say something and it goes to hurt somebody to the point where, for example, somebody hurts himself or herself. And would you regret that that was because of your honesty? That you
definitely.
led this person to
Yeah.
get hurt and all that. He can't handle honesty.
Yeah, I would
She
feel
can't
bad.
handle
I would-
honesty.
I would really feel bad.
In other words, we should thrive on covering the honesty. We shouldn't talk about
Not
anything
really.
but honesty.
I don't know. Honestly, we are not agreeing here. but the point that we are trying to put across is this. Especially with the very good illustration that you've given, that
Yes.
how would you feel when you have honestly told someone something and they are hurt?
Hurting. To break your heart.
It will break your heart. It will honestly break your heart. But
The one
then
who's been told or me who has said it?
the one, you who has told the truth,
Has
I
been
mean,
honest.
who has said it, would you think of another way of delivering this message, giving the whole truth and nothing but the truth, but still, I mean, being honest,
Yeah.
but not ending up hurting the other person?
Right.
Deb, I'm talking from the experience. I'm talking from the place of Christianity. And I think truth is a virtue. It's something that we need to really work with in our families. Being true, being honest, always standing on that. It may hurt, it may not hurt, But is the person who has done what I think I should tell him or her, that, honestly, not taking the place of being honest to themselves? Do they accept that what I've been told, this is the challenge, do I accept that what I've been told is the truth and I know really that it's the truth? You have to be honest to yourself to receive honesty.
For me, I think we need wisdom to say or to deliver anything like truthfully, so that you're honest. Yes, when you ask God for wisdom, so that I know that there is a situation between Linda and Dave, and I know that if I tell Linda, I think the situation will be handled well compared to when I tell Dave. Because we have had situations where Dave and Linda are in a situation. I come and share it with Linda, and before I realize it, they are apart. Before I realize it, I'm the bad one, you know. So wisdom, I think, really counts. As much as we could be Christians, you ask God for wisdom on how you're going to deliver this honest issue. Yes.
Well, that's okay.
Why are you saying?
Me, I still believe there's a way you can be able to pass
There's this
that.
stand that Linda has, you know.
Yeah,
Richard has made a stand, and
Yes.
Linda is also.
I'm the flexible one, right?
You're not. You're on the same
There's a way. By the
room.
way, that just as I said that we have different temperaments, there's a way I will, just as Tabitha has said, that maybe she has a situation that maybe I can handle it better than him. Yeah. So I think we need to understand our spouses, so that, okay, it's honesty, but the way you present it, let it be.
Linda, this is a scenario. Now let me use Tabitha. Tabitha has given me some money. It has a plan. My husband, we need to use this money, or we should use this money this way and that way, that way. And then from there, my mom calls me and tells me, my son, I have this pressing financial issue. Can you help me? And I say to my mom, I don't have money. What I have is money that Tabitha gave me for our A, B, C, D here in the house. I said, my son, just give it to me. Let me sort out this problem. This is dire. I cannot go with it. This is the moment. Just give me that money. And then I'm convinced. And I give her the money. I haven't done what this money was meant to do. Do I have to wait until Tabitha asks me for that thing that has not been done? Which is the best situation here? Do I go? Would it be wrong for me to go and tell Tabitha, listen, I want to be very truthful here. The money you gave me, we should use for doing whatever we were meant to do. I haven't really used it.
Richard, hold on to that.
Yes.
Maybe this example is going to bring us together, and honestly, to agree. We are taking a short break. We'll be back. We are back discussing honesty. Can you handle it? Just before we went for the break, it was a disagreement. Probably the way we handle honesty, because Richard here insists that say it as it is, tell it. It will hurt, it may hurt, but say it. Tabby and Linda affirm that there is a way you can say it nicely, but at the end of the day, you say it. I'm here looking at them and I'm wondering, honestly, are we going to agree? So Richard, you were giving a financial honesty scenario.
Yes.
Yes, you have
Tabitha has given me
channeled the money somewhere else.
for our home use. And I've diverted this money to my mother for another issue, which is not known to her. She's the one who gave me the money. How do I say it? Do I shut up? Do I tell her that, honey, I haven't done what we were meant to do, because the money you gave me, apparently I gave it to my mom. She came with this reason I thought that was something that we needed to sort out quicker. This could wait.
What if it's Pampers?
It's all right, yeah. It's all right, yeah.
Even Pampers can be sorted out.
Yeah.
You can take some manguongu and just tie it there. But the thing is this a bad thing? To be that honest, therefore. I'm telling you that I've, taken the money that was meant to buy the table to my mother. You can give me the other conditions, but I have told you that is the truth.
Right.
I haven't misused the money.
Right.
I gave it to my mother. Less giving it to my mother
What
is
if it's
dishonest.
something urgent that you needed?
Dave, you realize
he has already-
I have already told you.
He has already used the money.
Yes.
I mean,
I've used it for this
doesn't matter
reason.
what it was meant for.
Remember what I said. God to give us wisdom to talk about honesty. And you see the way Richard has put it, unless you're crazy, you'll be like, okay, stuff happens. You'll have to agree because you'll have to understand that situation because you know what, you can plan and other plans come up. So if he comes to me and tells me, you know what, mom needed 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be fine. As much as it's painful because the project that we had planned has not happened, but he has told me, but in a good way. And it's the truth and he's honest, right?
So the
other bit of that scenario is, I think that is now handled.
Yeah.
Now the other bit or the other side,
I don't tell you.
I give money to Linda. She has asked for 10,000. She wants to go do something in the house, maybe shopping, and then Linda decides to hold 3,000.
Right.
She never tells me this.
Yes.
Maybe she does it for 2-3 years.
I have expectations.
Is it possible
whole of
now,
that amount of
Linda,
money
to
should be used for what it was meant to be used? Taking part of it, you haven't used it for that. You have diverted that to something else, which we did talk about. Then.
And when you were giving your mom money, you didn't consult?
There was no time to consult.
Yes.
There was no time.
A decision had to be made.
This was urgent.
It is wrong. But that is the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on what Linda used it for. If she used the 3,000, if you gave her the 10,000 to use it,
Request it in Chama.
I mean, if Linda comes to you and tells you, hey, you know what, I use this 3,000 on 1, 2, 3.
I have been using.
Or I have been using. For her own benefit or for the family?
It doesn't matter.
Maybe even be buying some very new dress and
Oh, well, at least when she buys new dresses, it's a plus for you. Because when people see her nicely dressed, it will be just Dave, So look at the negative to be the positive. So.
Okay. But she hasn't told me.
Well, she hasn't told you. But what I'm saying, of course, when you find out, it's which I know people go through that. It is always good to share with your spouse and tell your spouse what is going on. Communication is key. But I'm thinking, of course, if your family is not suffering, if your family is not missing a meal because of the 3,000, I'm not encouraging you, dear viewer, to always take that extra money from your spouse. But when you talk about it, and probably you needed one thing that was really important. Yeah, I don't think there's...
being honest.
Yeah.
Being honest and being truthfully honest.
I at times I take money and I look at him and I'm like, how am I going to have this conversation? So
do I tell him?
Do I tell him, or what do I do?
Sometimes you
Tell
just
me
only
now
then
so I
you
know that you do
refund
it.
the money later.
Be honest and tell me that you normally do it. So that I know. And see my
But at
reaction.
times, like in that situation, maybe
Be truthful.
there's nothing that has gone wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
That means I'm giving you too much money. Be honest.
No, it means that I
honest.
know how to plan
Just
myself
tell me-
and manage that money well.
Just tell me
Then-
truthfully that, honey, this is just enough for our needs. This is extra. Can I use it for something else?
Well,
Being truthful is such a sweet
it depends
thing.
on the two individuals.
It is not that easy to handle.
is.
Yeah, it is not that easy.
It is difficult, I know.
Yes. Yeah.
In situations where you ask, or I ask my wife,
Show me the receipt.
are you okay? No, I've moved from the finances because I have confirmed that it is not possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
I asked her, is everything okay? Yes. And clearly everything is not okay.
Right.
Do you also have such scenarios?
Every time. We learn to live with this. But this is a situation.
Ask
She
me
probably
too,
looks at me and says, things are not fine here. Is something wrong? I say, no, I'm okay.
And he's not okay.
And I'm not okay from facially, physically, she is not okay. I'm trying to hold on to whatever it is. I'm not telling her. But you see, this is something that is from a different place, which I've come with. And she should be holding until the time probably I'm ready to do, because it's not coming from her. But when it is between us here, we need to be honest to each other.
Now,
What about the
ladies,
other one?
The other one is from
the
outside.
side.
at that point when you're saying, I'm okay, and things are okay, what is it? Are you processing how to say it, or you are just...
Probably it's a season that I don't want it to affect you, so I will just tell you I'm okay.
Yeah.
Or probably it's not something that is involving you. So I just have my own issues. So we just deal with it. Just let me
Honesty.
deal with it. Yeah.
Can you handle it?
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Now, how can you deal with these issues? People not telling, people not being honest. We've given an example of finances. Probably, as they say, I don't want to hurt you, and so I'd rather not tell it to you. So how do we handle these issues?
This thing does not just start.
Or before we go there,
Yeah.
there is this issue about phones and passwords.
Right.
Yes.
What about them?
I don't want you to know what the content in my phone, so
Yes,
I put a password.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it wrong or right? Is that what you're asking?
Yes. Is that also a way of not being honest?
Yeah, there are people who will definitely hide from their PIN, that is their account, to their phone, whatever's. So that if I'm with Richard and Richard is close by and I have my phone, it's always like it's either always on silent or, like I turn it upside down. So that just in case a message comes in, he won't be able to see. So that means there's something I'm hiding, Because if I'm free, I should be able to leave my phone anywhere.
And the passwords.
And people have different, but not all cases though. Not all cases. It doesn't mean that if I'm always putting my phone like this, dear viewer, it doesn't mean that. No, it is not.
And also it doesn't mean that when now there's for example there's a password in my phone.
Yeah.
And she knows the password.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do without the password. It's the way the phone.
Yeah.
It's the factory default settings. I don't want to say which one.
I know.
You.
No.
Yes, Richard.
Yeah. I'm glad she has said that it's not always true.
Yeah.
That what she's saying goes by everyone. Probably yes. Many people do that, just to hide whatever is there. And there are those who do that because probably there are certain matters which should be kept to certain people.
Like children.
It may worry, it may be children, it may be anyone. It may be about your job, it may be...
Or in case your phone gets low, so your gadget. So
yes, there are conditions and situations which demand that certain things are done differently. Different from how things happen in the house, And to believe that one is honest is the biggest challenge that we have. Just to know that your partner, your wife, your husband is honest is the biggest challenge we have. Because we want everything to be in the open. So when I come back home and I met issues there where my boss was on me and I am not happy, then I must say here straight away that my boss was this and that, I don't want to talk to you now, I'm just tired, I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
To protect them,
an easy time.
protect her or the children or whatever, you may not be honest in terms of what it was there at your place of work. But here in the house, between the two of us and here within this building, the boundaries, we need to be honest to each other.
Yes. So how then do we handle these situations that can lead us not to be honest?
Yes.
Yes. For
those
example,
situations
Tabi has mentioned something that I want to echo. At that point now, when my spouse here doesn't know my PIN, my bank account, she doesn't know my password, my phone password, and something happens to me and the bank should be accessed. Now, who is now responsible for that? So how would you advise people who are not very honest about their finances, especially PIN, bank statements and stuff like that?
I believe sometimes what makes someone maybe not to share their password, they don't trust the other party,
Yes.
which it shouldn't work. It's me and you, I am your friend, you need to share. So, but some situations occur where maybe I don't trust you, so I can't give you my PIN. So when it reaches a situation like this, when we need to access money in the bank account and we need your PIN, and you're not in a position to share it with me, definitely it means we're not going to get any help. Yeah.
Communication. When you communicate and share your worries and your fears with your spouse, and then your spouse is able to, you communicate, and when you share, at least you're going to come to a conclusion on something. Because you can sit down with your spouse and say, okay, fine, it is important for me to share my pain with you because of 1, 2, 3. If your spouse feels it's important, then you will see the good side of giving you the PIN number. But I think it is when you are married, you shouldn't hide any information from your spouse.
There are instances where you may not be able to do what you're expected to do. And it's important that they have the PIN number to your bank account. It's also necessary that you leave your phone free, or you make them know the PIN, or whatever it is, the password, so that in the event of need, they can take the phone and use. Just get into it quickly and make use. There can be emergencies. There are all these things that can come up. And your phone may be the next one there, and you're the one who is affected. You need help. And that help can come through your own phone. So it's important. It's important for couples to know each other's phone numbers, passwords and bank account PINs and things like that.
Ones that they've bought.
Because
it happens,
again,
because to major purchases.
This is the family. This is the family. If you are to be honest in your family, then all these things should be free.
Major purchases.
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, some of the families get to know about the major purchases after the spouse has died.
Or sometimes someone
they don't even know.
It will be taken somewhere else.
Or we also get to know that there was a child after your spouse has died.
Oh yeah.
We also get to know that there was a big investment which you also end up not even benefiting. Your family does not even benefit because your name is not even there. You're not even the next of kin.
I pick that one. There might have been a child before and you were never informed. You see, honesty now is good, that you get to know before events come up.
Yes.
And that may not be easy to be accepted. Whoever you're being honest to, that, honey, I had this child before we got married, or I've just had this child there. Let that truth be known, so that when there's any claim, this lady knows straight away that this is the truth. My husband, it was very painful, it wasn't an easy thing, but she is aware, so that you don't surprise them. One day somebody just walks in there and you're looking at this child and say, this child looks like my husband. This one is my husband. Oh, this one looks like my son. Nani, Ebu, come here. And you have to, whose child is this? There's something. Whose child is this? Honesty prepares us for this.
And even women also have babies and leave them in their homes.
Yes, that's true.
They don't talk about that.
It's
it's not only the and it's when I do that, definitely it's I have my parents are aware. So it's something that it's a conversation that I've had with my family, so that my child can be my little sister, or that
Yeah. Direct question: is it possible to share what is bothering you rather than just saying, I'm okay.
Is it possible? Yes, it is possible.
It depends.
Then it depends.
With
Is it?
what?
On
Is
what?
it the environment,
Timing.
the timing?
Yeah, timing, environment, how you take it,
Yeah.
a lot of things around it.
That's very possible.
Yeah.
So teach us how to know the timing, because this is important. Yes.
You've known your spouse. You know the right time, maybe you need to square something. Yeah, you just bring it when the right time is there.
Happy moments, you know.
Well, happy moments, these things, we make happy, sad moments.
That's what I'm saying. For instance, you've asked me that time, particular time, are you okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. And you know very well I'm not fine. So do you insist on asking me at that time? I'll continue to be adamant. I'll be like, you know what, I'm fine. But later on, you know, it depends on what time of the day. You know, after things have cooled down a little bit, yeah. So see a smile here and there, you're like, hey, what's up?
Let me give you the heaviest one I have. And then you let it out. And I'm stunned, I'm looking like, really? Really?
Can you handle it?
So even at this point, Richard, we are in agreement that we need to be kind, even as we become honest.
Yes, really? I'm asking that.
Good.
The thing is, and that is a place I want us to learn to take, is that be honest to yourself, first of all. And accept that this honesty is good and better than actually this thing being hidden from you.
And that honesty,
Yes.
at that point, is going to dissolve a lot of things that might be piling,
Yes,
that
very true.
may cause bigger problems in future. So we are supposed to make it easier for our spouses even to come to us to tell us that, you know, this and this happened. The statement that she made before we went for the break is that I know you, and there are things I may not even be able to tell you.
True.
How we pray that even at that point, she's able to, even our viewer at home will be able to say, well, in as much as I know my husband or I know my wife, but in this thing, I have to say it because I'm trying to avoid these other bigger things that may come.
Yeah, you can.
But you know, there
Go.
are some things like an instant that there's something that I've done that I know it's between me and you've not known it. I think you can just square it with God. Yeah, and just let it go.
They say what you don't know doesn't kill you.
Doesn't hurt.
Yeah. So you just need, but being honest is there's one person who has already known you and know what you've already done.
You are,
just
Linda, you are saying, therefore, you are being honest to yourself in the place who are saying that if I tell this, and this he doesn't need to know.
a lot of trouble.
Because this will bring a lot of trouble. You know, you are being honest to yourself. And that's fine. I don't, what I don't know doesn't affect me anyway.
True.
Yes. Now, if it's about what we do every day in the house, then I demand honesty. Within the house, I demand that honesty. Because if this thing was done in the house here, it most likely is going to affect me within the house. Now prepare me by letting me know that this has happened. There's nothing wrong with that. I may fall down, but I'll stand up again.
What if
It's
you
the
die?
truth.
What if you get a heart attack, then you die? What will I do?
You are not, you are not in control of my life.
No, like for example, what if I
Yes.
tell you, whether people collapse when they receive
Oh yes, it can happen. I'm
So
not
what
saying
do
it
you do?
can't.
Especially
being
when they are
truthful.
so heavy.
especially
By being
in
truthful.
big
Yeah.
matters like purchases.
Purchases, yes.
Maybe you have this huge parcel of land,
And no
or
one
you
knows.
have this you have rental houses, and one day Richard just comes and, you know, I've sold everything.
Dave, there's a okay, now I'll say a friend of mine. He's not a friend of mine, he's a friend of a friend who lived in their own rental apartment for over 10 years without the husband knowing. What am I saying? The husband had been paying rent for 10 years, and this is the wife's rental apartment.
Wow.
What a shame. So definitely when the husband got to know, you can definitely know what happened. They're no longer together because trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is why we are having this topic. You know, there are things that you can easily think that Nikidogo, this one I can sweep under the carpet and just let it go.
Yeah.
But they're piling.
Right.
And one thing leads to the other. Because if I was not honest with 1,000 bob, then I'll not be honest with 100.
And then one
with
day,
1,000,000.
One day it is known. You have been doing it, but one day it becomes open. And this is something that you should have let me know many years ago. That now becomes the point of no return.
Yes.
But if you're honest with me, being honest to yourself and honest with me, you would have told me kitambo sana. It's my husband. This has been happening in this house. I'm sorry this is going on, but the truth is I have done A, B, C, D, E. You know, you have prepared me to allow you or to forgive you
in advance.
Yes, but I don't know it. One day it's, now how? It becomes very big.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
a sinner confessing to God, nobody can confess it for you. You are the one to confess. Yes, I can't come in to say, God, forgive Tabitha. No, until she comes to a place to confess. So when it comes from you, it's easier handled than when it comes from anybody else.
Wow.
So it's better to always be honest.
Okay.
Colossians 3:9 says, lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds.
Yeah.
Read it again.
Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds.
Maybe we can wrap it up with that verse. Lie not one to another. I mean, that is it. That is it. However hard it may be, lie not one to another. Now, this moment is the moment where we give a word of encouragement. There has been a lot of dishonesty in someone's heart, house. What do you tell them? Let me start with Tabi.
Dear viewer, I do not know what exactly you're going through right now, but if you are dealing with a problem, especially with being honest, I would encourage you to start being honest. You can start being honest in the small things. That will set you free. You won't have to remember the lies. You know, when you lie, for instance, you have to remember. You have to think about, like if you're having a conversation, you have to think about it all the time. When you're honest to your partner or to your spouse, you will live freely and you'll enjoy life more. Be honest at all times and God will bless you.
Okay. Linda?
1 Peter chapter 3 verse 10 says, for he that will love life and see good days, let him refrain his tongue from evil and his lips that they speak no guile. 12 says, for the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and the ears are open unto their prayers, but the face of the Lord is against them that are evil. Sometimes it can be hard, but we just need to ask God to give us the wisdom, just as Tabi said, on how to handle honesty.
Is it verse 12?
Of
the same verse, but verse 12. You read verse 11, right? Yes, verse 12.
I read verse 12. Verse 11 says, let him eschew evil and do good. Let him seek peace and ensue it. Yeah.
12.
Then 12, for the eyes of the Lord are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers, but the face of the Lord is against them that do evil.
That is beautiful. That set us free, because if we are free, then God will listen to us. Richard?
Thank you, Dave. My take is just that we need to be honest in our families. Whichever way we go, honesty is key. It's one of the most important things in a marriage, because where there is no honesty, things go wrong very easily. We lose trust, we lose belief in each other, we can't do things the right way, and that therefore creates a big problem for us. Let's be honest. How you're going to be honest probably is debatable, but I think it's important that we're always honest.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, viewer. If you are not able to handle honesty, I think you need to start doing it. Ask God to help you handle it, because honesty will help you sort out other problems that may pile because of that little lie that you are hiding, or that little truth that you are keeping for tomorrow. Mate, what if tomorrow never comes? Thank you so much. It has been a pleasure having you every time in our living room handling season 3. This is the last episode, but hey, stay tuned because season 4 is coming. Hot. You want to say hot and sweet? Yes, season 4 is coming, and who knows? Let's wait for it. God be with you. God bless us all. Bye.
Bye-bye.